Here are a few things to think about for your body. I'll keep this section brief because it's probably the most boring for you. Like, are you breathing? What's the most vital nutrient? It's oxygen. You can go weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without oxygen. And are you drinking water? Most people need about 1 to 2 liters per day. Your body is 80% water. You can drink a gallon. Without it, we stop working. When it comes to eating, there are lots of theories. But here are some things to bear in mind. Are you getting all your vitamins and minerals from natural food sources? Are you getting all the essential amino acids your body needs? Are you getting all the essential fatty acids, omega-3s and 6s your brain needs? Are you getting enough fat, carbs, and proteins in the right ratio? How many vegetables and raw vegetables are you eating per day? What about the portions of your food? Are you eating 3 decent sized meals a day or 11? Are you feeling energetic or lethargic? Next, are you exercising? It's essential to have at least some aerobic exercise every day. Simple. Now, how are you sleeping? Are you getting at least 7 to 10 hours? Or are you buying into the myth that you can survive on 4 hours of sleep? You can't. What does sleep deprivation and drunk driving have in common? Everything. You think you're doing a great job, but really you're severely impaired. And what's your body posture like? Your physiology will directly relate to your emotional and cognitive state. To prove it, let's imagine someone behind curtain number 1 again. If I were to tell you that they're suicidally depressed, forget what's going on in their skull. How would they stand? How would they talk? What would their facial expressions be like? How would they breathe? Where would they be looking? You see, there are patterns to different physiological and emotional states. And the chances are that whatever you're imagining in your head was probably similar to what I would imagine in my head and what anyone next to you would imagine in their head. Physiology is just linked with mood and unresourceful states, like sadness, shame, or even anger. There are patterns to these things, just like there are patterns of curiosity, wonder, and love. In one of my favorite experiments around cognitive embodiment, researchers found that literally putting a pencil in your mouth like this activates your zygomaticus major, which is basically the same muscle you use to laugh and smile, literally making you happier. So what you've learned is that instead of having to feel good to do good, you can literally start doing good to feel good. And sometimes that's the only way to start. And there are really a lot more ways of hijacking your physiology to create resourceful states. Like incantations, which can use your entire body, voice, and mind to activate joy and passion. And I use these literally all the time, anytime I need a quick biochemical change. It works. And I would give you an example right now, but I would literally wake up the entire neighborhood where I'm shooting this video. So moving on, human beings were not designed to sit at desks looking at blue screens. So how often are you moving per day, per hour? And how often are you being touched or touching others? We have a need to be touched. Did you know that? That infants literally die or develop serious developmental issues from lack of physical contact. So look up lack of touch and failure to thrive or something like that if you don't believe me. And how often are you stretching? Physical tightness doesn't just lead to deficiencies in a sport, but as I said earlier about cognitive embodiment, everything is connected. Tightness in your upper back can cause tightness in your mind. And what's your level of stress at? Stress murders millions of people per year. Are you in touch with where you feel it or carry it in your body? Are you in tune with your body at all? Can you check into your own gut reaction to things and feel your primal wisdom? Do you know how to use your voice? Do you know how to breathe? Lots of elements of the body, and there's a lot more we can explore, but let's move on.